Hi English teachers, this video is for you. This is part 6 in the series, The Stages of a Grammar Lesson. And in this part we'll be looking at freer oral practice. My name is Bjarne Wunsild. I've been a teacher, trainer and self-taught tutor for 25 years. Now we're almost coming to the end of the series. And in this series, throughout it, we've been looking at one lesson. And the aim of this lesson has been the past progressive. And we've been going over the stages from the lead-in, where we set the context for the lesson, the clarification stage, where students were involved in discovering the grammar, controlled practice, where students got accuracy practice of the target language. So what's going to happen next? Well, the logical next stage would be freer practice. And we're going to be looking at just that. What is freer practice? Freer practice is a stage where students get to produce language using the content, target content of the language. And it's a stage in which we put the students in a lifelike situation to practice the language, focusing on fluency rather than accuracy. By doing this, students get a very clear idea of how and when they can apply what they have just learned in real life. And it gives the teacher a very good grasp of how well they can use what they have just been taught. And there are various activities we can use for providing free oral practice. You can have storytelling activities, you can have role plays, you can have negotiations, or you can have problem-solving activities where students, for instance, have to rank information. Now, sometimes when I see teachers giving freer practice, I see them applying activities like this. So activities where students have to ask and answer questions which facilitate the use of the grammar. And remember, the grammar here is the past progressive. And these activities would do this. These questions would get the students to use the past progressive. So it does work. But could just be a little bit better. What I mean is, this activity here is lacking, I think, a purpose. Like, why are they asking each other these questions? And why should they answer them? And more importantly, why should they listen to each other? So instead, if we gave them a task such as ask each other questions to find out who had the busiest weekend, by asking questions with specific time references. This way, the questions and the answers would generate the past progressive, and the students have a purpose. The purpose would be listen to find out who had the busiest weekend. So your purpose is that, and the purpose should become important so that they listen to each other and pay attention to what the others say. But there are other tips I'd like to give you about freer speaking. So the first thing to bear in mind is, of course, that the activity must facilitate the use of the target language. Secondly, students need a preparation stage. We can't just throw them into the activity without giving them thinking time. So they need some time to think about what they're going to say. Thirdly, while they're doing the activity, it's important that you monitor. Monitor to see how well they're applying it. Monitor to help them along if they have difficulties. And to take notice of what the problems were. So that, and this is the fourth stage, or fourth tip, is that you need to give them feedback. And then you can use your observations from monitoring to give them feedback on the grammar, the use of the target language, give them feedback on other language issues that you think might be relevant now, and very importantly, feedback on the content. Show them that you listened to them. Show interest in what they said. That's also part of giving feedback. So, coming to the freer speaking activity and finishing it off with feedback, we've made a full circle. We've had the lead-in, the clarification, the control practice, and the freer practice. So this, in effect, makes for a full lesson. But we still have a part 7, because we have part 7 where we have an option to providing freer speaking, and that would be freer writing. So instead of doing freer speaking at the end, you could have a freer written practice activity. So watch the next video. Thank you.